got to get out here real fast on this evening, get to the plumber who's already at my house, and give us a price quote, or hopefully figure out some way of fixing the issue that we have for the crawl space underneath the sump pump issue. I'll see y'all when we get out there. Alrighty guys, we are out here at my house. We already got the guy here. He's underneath the house looking at the crawl space now. Got to go inside and get some stuff refrigerated and put up, and get a new battery for this camera, and then we'll be back at it. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to film him, probably not, but I'm gonna try. But they have to pull out the sump pump, dig it out 1.5 feet farther, put it back in, but they said if we're gonna do that, might as well replace the sump pump itself. And then they also said after the sump pump and all, there's some new hoses that need to be redone from the sump pump to the outside wall, I guess is how we was kind of saying. Alrighty guys, well, bad news is the guy estimated it to be done at like, it's close to like $4,000 almost.
Minute, wait a minute. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And they have payment plan, quote unquote, kind of things, or loan kind of things. We're gonna call 1 or 2 other different places and see what their price quotes are and compare them and go from there on that. So I just got done messing with the water heater and trying to get the thing turned on. I got to do the whole flashing thing. It said if it flashes how many times, whatever. Well, I got to the point where it was flashing, but it finally hit to the point where it flashed twice and then shut off and then it didn't flash anymore. So I'm guessing the thermopile voltage thing's low or whatever that thing is. So we're gonna have to have someone come out here to look at that and figure that part out. But I'm gonna move on, turn the AC off and everything. I'm gonna try real fast, go through and do the wiring stuff for the electrical panel. Alright, we're gonna attempt this. I'm gonna shut all the power off real fast, change out all of these on both sides, and hopefully get them all good. I got screwdriver and I got my needle nose, and we're gonna try to get all this stuff moved real fast and then turn back on. Everything to the house has been cut off now. And I gotta get a flathead, because those are flatheads. I thought it was a screwdriver, but it's a flathead. Oh, that one done no problem at all. That one no problem. Okay, there's that one. There it goes. That one out. Some of these wires. There it goes. Say some of these wires just really don't want to come out. And apparently it wasn't far enough out. Okay. There's that one. Did my best to get that big one right there back in, but it wouldn't go like all the way through and in, so I have it as far in as I could possibly get it. Only half of these wanted to undo, so I couldn't exactly get all these out, but all the ones that were touching the main ground wire right here, I got those away from it. So hopefully we can turn the power back on, and hopefully nothing's gonna happen. Power's back on. I'm gonna go turn the AC on and everything else for right now. Get ready to leave. I'm already sweating through all my clothes because it got hot in here. I think it jumped up to almost like 85 or 90 on the thermostat. Well, hopefully that's one thing done. Last thing we gotta do.
Meanwhile.
Alrighty guys, we just made it here to brother's house. My mom's getting the fence open. Now I'm gonna get out here and help her try to find the ball and everything else, or the little pin and everything else, the ball hitch also, and get all this stuff ready to go. We can go ahead and hook this up if we want to. Yeah. We still need to have that down so we can get everything else out. Damn, my fingers, I just did that. Now we get to try to. Well.
Oh, son of a. Oh, the brick. Yep. And now you just broke the light. Good thing I got another set at home.
We literally got stuff to sit there and do anyways. It'd be alright. I forgot about that.
Mistake number one.
We have a whole wiring set at home with the lights. We just got this, and then if they throw started looking around going, yep, makes sense. I think the generator would offset that lawnmower too. Sometimes I like drive with
Maybe you're not taking the push mower, right?
it.
Okay, well then I guess you
Figure out
could.
What all I could get while I'm here.
I don't know. Oh, all of the damn strappy things are in my car still.
Yeah, no. That'll be okay. Now we're just trying to get as much stuff as I can. I can technically put the transmission jack in the back of this bed. I'm gonna grab the stereo speaker. And I'm gonna grab generator. I'm gonna go through real fast and try to, anyways, figure out everything I want to take with me real fast and then take it on out to the house. I gotta get transmission jack in, and then stereo system, and then do a once over, make sure everything else is picked up. I got generator, I got mower, I got weed eater, I got jacks and all that stuff. So last two things I think, and then we'll be good to go. Everything is good. That should be good now. All these are strapped up here. We took two long straps and wrapped around both the generator and the mower. One more around the generator just to make sure all that stuff is secure. One on the seat just so that's secure hopefully and good. Everything else is inside here or in the truck itself already. So we should be good to go. We're gonna pull out and pray that this maybe goes a little bit better once we get out to the front part. And hopefully it's not sitting as low to that like we think it might be. And we'll have to, if it does, we'll have to watch it possibly scraped around. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch that. So we're gonna switch out the ball and everything for this one. We're gonna switch this one around to where it drops instead of it being as high up like that. So we're hoping it levels out the back side of it a good chunk. Yeah, hopefully this will work out better. We'll get it to the house. All right, attempt number one. Hopefully we don't scrape anything. If not, we'll have to go off at an angle to get out. We're here at the house. I gotta get everything pushed through this gate right now and then get everything turned around and backed into the garage, and then we're good to go and all that stuff.
I did pay the $90 for it.
All right, everything is out for the most part. Got a couple things left on the trailer. Trying to figure out a license plate bracket thing or somehow to mount the license plate to the trailer over here. That way it's legal other than just the lights not working. But I'm pretty sure what I thought was like a bent tire or a bent axle. I don't think it's actually a problem. I think it's just a fender. It somehow got bent up and messed up right there. Turn events, I can't do anything right now because all my tools are in the back of my car, which is at my dad's house. So I did all that work for nothing.
The next day.
The back really isn't terrible other than over here. It's that side and on the front of the house. That really needs done. Grody yucky. Yeah, filling these bags are gonna fill it fast. Just remember guys, someone's gotta do it. No, you may not be the one that wants to do it. Someone's gotta do it. You're either gonna pay someone to do it or you're gonna do it yourself. But at least the gutters are getting cleaned. So hopefully that stops all the water from going into our foundation and everything else. My son wasted no time. He saw me, he came outside the house. Next thing you know, I didn't hear or see anything, and then he's back there on top of the roof. He goes, "Hi, Daddy." He wasted literally no time getting up on here. It took 5 seconds, I think it was, for him to get up here. And next thing you know, he's like, "I climbed up on the ladder and just had to check on you." But we got the electrical right there, so we're working around that. And then I switched over to the bigger bag of trash. I can get this stuff done faster. My back hurts a little bit, but we're gonna power through. Don't know where the gutter goes down at though. Pretty sure it's supposed to go down here at the corner. Get that big old clumping thing. Really don't think the back is that bad, but I'll check. Oh, maybe it is.
I stand corrected.
The other parts of the house are done. I'm on to this side of the house over here. We gotta get this little corner piece done. Off and on spots down here, and then the other front side, and then the gutter should technically be cleaned out. Alright guys, this trash bag is as full as it's gonna get, and it's leaking water. We gotta toss it down there and hope it doesn't explode everywhere. Hopefully I don't go flying off with it too. Ooh. There you go. We're in the final stretch.
I did stand those upright. They didn't even have...
That landed literally completely face down.
2 weeks later.
I realized that I didn't even end the video technically. I just stopped recording. And it's been like 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm going to go ahead and go over a couple things I got done off camera. That way I can get you guys up to speed for where we're at now. And go ahead and show you around and everything. So let's get to that. As you guys can see, we got some lighting done in here. We repainted the walls. We put TV up in here. Still got all the boxes and stuff on this side over here. Still, this is the same as what it's been now for a while. Sump pump issue is fixed. I done it myself. I bought a brand new one, and I done all the piping and everything. Things that we haven't done in the house so far is mold-ish issue, just because it's not that big of an issue, honestly. It's not affecting how we're sleeping or anything like that. Flooring issue and there has not been fixed in the hallway yet. We've kept all this the same so far. Nothing's really changed in here. We still have the plan of putting up another light over here. And instead of doing lights all the way across, I think we're doing a light right there. And I think we're going to do another light right up here somewhere. We're still getting to the point of doing an accent wall. A lot of these things are just taking time, obviously. We took out the big bed in here and we put in 2 small independent beds from each other. That way they both have their own bed when they're not sleeping together. My mom and dad did that to me and my brother's at a later age than what we're doing to them, but I would rather them do it now. They still have their own, beds, or they still have their own room and all that type of stuff, but I didn't want their beds to be the same anymore. I got tired of that whole thing. So we originally had an idea of a bunk bed situation to be put in here, but we decided not to go with that idea and just do this for right now. We got the gutters fixed for the most part. I didn't even record it. Go on all 4 corners of the gutters and drill them, and then put the little popper rivets into them and get those done. I still have to do the actual gasket stuff on the insides of them to make sure they're sealed the right way from all the rain. I took down the old lighting that was in here, started this lighting in here. We still have more of these little lights to go through. We sit there and gone to Menards. We got these hexagon lights that they use for garages. So we found Menards and they're 80 bucks a box. They come in 5 of these hexagon things. You can connect them all together. And then on top of that, I have what they have called the Barina lights. They're 4 foot long and they're supposed to be like 5,000 lumens. You can connect them between these little cords. You can do direct connection to each other. And then you can hardwire them into your electricity. We found out that the AC that we had in our house fit in here. I Jimmy rigged it, obviously. It is not the correct size to be in here. It is a little bit smaller. Takes a little bit longer to get it cooled off in here. But once I get all the rest of the weather stuff done in here, it will be technically efficient to get it done. It's just going to take longer than just a little 10 minutes to get it cooled off. It took 30 minutes, I think, the last time I had it on in here. It just saved me, $500 of having to buy another one of these, where I just took it from our house and put it out here. I'm going to be taking these lights back down and going to be going across the beams, not up the beams, and it's going to go all the way down and then all the way down to where I have 6 on this side, 6 on this side, and hopefully between that plus this, there'll be plenty of lighting in here. Might even be more lighting than we need. I'm not sure. I don't know yet. So we're gonna pop this out. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. Anyways, and that. Okay. Pop it out, unplug it. And like I said, we're gonna be going this way with them now. So we gotta get them set up to where we can do that. And I think this one's gonna start right here. Undoing this one, and we're gonna undo this one, and then undo that one, and then come out. That's right. Yep. And keep going. There you go. I sure brought the impact with me for this. Oh well. Start it right here and go down that way with it. This is the part that's kind of more important, is knowing which side, this side or this side, that needs to go on based on how these all these lights connect. So we're not constantly having to go back and forth pulling the things apart. And is it smarter to just go ahead and link them together, or is it smarter to put them up one at a time and go back and do it? Yep. Okay. So we're gonna do that. That right there. Yeah, we can start like that. Oh, Iron Man. That's not at all how that goes. This would probably be a time where you want to mark things off Nah, I'm not doing that. So Jacob, don't get mad here in a minute whenever this stuff's not working out the way you want it to. Yep, that's exactly what happens. Hopefully that's the right spot of where I was about to put that at. You know what? I should probably just play the smart game, guys. Alrighty guys, we're back to action. Hopefully it's not too loud. I have the AC going in here and along the fan just so it keeps it a little bit on the cooler side, hopefully. I did not, however, go grab a marker like I was supposed to. You stay, you do not move. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That way it connects right there. We'll put the next one right there and we'll just keep going as far back as we can. Maybe this side? Yeah, there we go. That's the way, we like it. That almost sounds like a brigadibber. Aha, look at you, you connected. Get connected for free. That side or is it gonna be the other side? Oh, I'm a dang genius. Will we even need all 6? Maybe not. I thought that was a live wire just touch. I was gonna say, oh, look! What's the chances of me being able to get this to here, line this right up right here, and have it connect no problem now without having to measure all this stuff again? Go! Shimmy, 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 shimmy! There it goes, but I don't want to shimmy. Why you don't want to shimmy for? There. Now shimmy back. Shimmy back. Thank you. That was a workout in itself. Alright. I'm gonna try to sneak past this light right here. Go up and around that. Yeah, I don't mind all the Jimmy Riggin stuff that I had to do. They give us zip ties with that box down there. And I done a lot of Jimmy Riggin stuff. So that's what happened right there, guys. Okay? Okay. Glad we could get all that talked out and worked out. That's crazy. Other than those touching my butt right there. Crazy is the fact that how lined up those lights are all across from just eyeing a lot of that stuff. That's kind of crazy. I'm not trying to say I'm not good, but that's kind of crazy. I could sit there and do that. With this one being right here, I'm gonna go right here, and I might do that one depending on if we have enough off of that light right there to do this one and that one. We'll just wait and see. We'll see how it goes. I should probably play this smart, grab the other one. Actually, I probably should go inside and check on my kids. That's what I probably should do, but consider I'm the only one home with them, but sometimes you gotta let the kids live a little. Well, alrighty then. I didn't want to use that one anyways. And then we'll hook it into this. Yeah, just like that. Fun part is I'm gonna bring this back this way, and I'm probably gonna have these wires tying into each other somewhere up here in the middle to where everything's ran off of one thing, which means all this wiring is probably gonna have to be turned off. So I'm gonna have to do that stuff off the camera because then as I can get situated, but anyways. Alrighty guys, so for anyone that is interested in this part who's like willing to take the risk of like finding things out, especially with like electricity. So my power is on, right? This is a live wire right there that is going to the power. What I do, I just take existing wire that they offer up within the box for this lighting stuff. I hook it to that. I cut off one side of it. I splice off the things or whatever you want to call that. And then I just go through and cut out each piece one by one. And then I just tap them, each of these ends, to those off of 2 different ones. And then see which one produces the light. Whichever one that doesn't help produce light, I kind of just like roll off to the side, put some electrical tape on it, and go from there. And then I wire nut the other 2 to those. And then that's how I personally do it. Now it could be completely dangerous, 100% probably is. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get these nuts on them and get everything done to where we have light in here. Alrighty guys, they are all wired together with the wire nuts, and let's see how it goes. That's a lot brighter in here than it already was. I really don't care about having all the way to that side over there. That all together, plus those. I know for a fact I'm gonna take and do lighting on this side and go all the way down too. Now part of me kind of wants to take the lighting and drop it down a little bit and have the same thing on that side, just so there's plenty of light on both sides. But the main part of this was just to get all this lighting up here and actually, you know, you can see and stuff like that. So that was the main part. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. Share the video if you want to.